Up is Laura Homeboy. Check the new snapback. And I'm watching this video by Brian Vlogs. Shout out to Brian Vlogs. He's been fucking we've been trying to collab on the music tip for a minute. I'm watching this video that says parents that decide to go gay. And what he was addressing was, if you guys watch Love and Hip Hop, I've seen like probably 3 episodes of that. That shit's fucking ratchet. I don't like it. Whatever the fuck. But Ryan Vlogs, he comments on a substantial amount of my videos. He was talking about how I'm at 2 minutes and 47 seconds. He was talking about how Stevie J, which is a producer, the hot producer in the 90s, I am like 5% aware of what he's done. He has a girlfriend. I think he's talking about Jocelyn. I forgot who he said. I don't know if he was talking about Jocelyn or not. She decided that she wants to be in a relationship with a woman. They have children together, and he doesn't approve his children being around homosexual activities. And I'm gonna give a little bit of reaction. I'm gonna play the video. His video is 9 minutes long. I can only record up to 15 minutes, so I'm gonna give you, probably be talking a little fast, a little bit of input on what I think about what he said so far. So my parents split up. They were like never together after my mom was pregnant with me. My dad moved to Atlanta, like the gay capital of the South, the second biggest community, or the second most populated gay metropolis in America, the first being San Francisco. So I would vacation with my dad in the summertime and go to Atlanta. Now, gay niggas everywhere. Fucking, like, I think 80% of the females are bisexual or lesbians. I don't fucking know. It was 90 something. The first time I ever went down there was like 97 or 8. First time I went down there. I vacationed every year until 2001. I was exposed to a lot of gay shit. We used to go to Piedmont Park. We used to go to fucking Ponce, downtown, all kind of shit. There was even a point where my dad moved in with a lesbian police officer, and I caught her and her girlfriend kissing in the hallway. And I told my dad about it, or no, she told my dad about it. My dad told my mom after I had moved back, went back with her after the summer. She was mad. She was contemplating whether or not she would let me go back down there. But what Brian Vlogs just said, I'm actually gonna play it right now.
A lot of times, children.
Hold on, I'm gonna go.
Agree with him.
He says he agrees with him. I'm gonna play from 2 minutes.
I think his daughter's like 6 or 7.
Same age, around the same age I was.
Now, me myself, I agree with him. I do. For the simple fact that when you're dealing with children, a lot of times children fucking idiots can't drive out here, man. A lot of times children, they copy what they see. You know what I mean? You can have a girl who, now she wants to be gay. You can have that woman kissing and hugging her now girlfriend. Her daughter can see that, and now her daughter feels like now she wants to kiss and hug on other girls also.
Okay, so now me, at that age, I was 6 or 7, around the same age as this girl that he's talking about. The first time that I visited my dad and I was really exposed to the gay culture, I'm pretty sure that me going downtown Chicago and just around the suburbs, Chicago, south side, west side, east side, north side, downtown, and Atlanta. I mean, I've seen gay shit before I've been to Atlanta. I went to Washington D.C. when I was 10 years old. Um, there was a lot of fucking gay people. I knew that there was a difference between me and my dad and these gay men. I knew that they had a. When you're a child, you don't. I don't know. I didn't know the word gay. I don't believe I could classify these people's actions as homosexual or gay. I knew that they weren't like me. I knew that this man was more similar to a woman than he was to me. I knew that we didn't have that same energy, if you will. That didn't make it okay for me to say, you know what? My best friend, I love that motherfucker so much. Every time I ask him for a blue crayon, he has a blue crayon. And every time he asks me for a purple crayon, I got a purple crayon. And we just always got the same crayons. And we play kickball, and we always choose each other for our kickball teams. I think I just want to kiss that. I never thought that. Statistically speaking, you have the same chance being gay when you grow up with two gay parents as you do with straight parents. As far as your upbringing, if you discount the fact that, if you're speaking on biological parents, everybody seems to think there's some fucking homosexual gene. If that little girl did grow up and she did want to fucking partake in homosexual activities, it's not just the upbringing. It's not just her being exposed to it. If that did happen, it can the genetics of her should also be considered. It's not just the nurture; it's also the nature. Let's continue.
Now you could be getting a call from your daughter's school, and the teachers are saying your daughter's kissing little girls at school. I feel like if you have kids, no matter if you're a man or a woman, if you have children and now you want to be in a gay relationship, you need to keep that away from your children. You know, if your kids are not teenagers and they can think for themselves, then you need to keep that away from your children. Like I said, it don't matter if you're a man or a woman. You don't want your 5 or 6-year-old child coming into your room, because y'all know kids, they wake up early. They wake up early, they want cereal and shit, you know. But you don't want your child waking up, coming into your room,
Finding you in the bed and shit.
seeing his dad or her dad laying in the bed with a man.
Now, to be totally honest, I don't know if I agree with that or if I disagree with that. I feel like there's a certain age. If you don't bring a child in this world and tell them on their fucking 3rd birthday that you've been to prison and that you fucking used to be an alcoholic and that you beat bitches up and that you used to pimp women and just, shatter their innocence with your fucking horrible adult truth. But at the same time, if you keep keep children too sheltered and they see some shit, agreeing with Brian, I would agree that I would rather, if my girlfriend was a lesbian, I would rather my son or daughter, I'm having a son, I'd rather my son see some gay shit outside of his home and be like, look, Dad, I saw 2 girls kissing. What was that about? Instead of saying, I saw mommy kissing and him feeling traumatized, it would be better for a child. I don't know if it would be better for a child. I'm not a psychologist. But in my personal experience, it would be better for a child to have weird questions about another person and and knowing, look, at least, you know, this is like this, this is like that. You can always gauge that within a kid. You know, you can always say, you know what? How would you feel if, you know, if your auntie, you know what? Do you know what gay is? Do you know what lesbians are? How would you feel if your auntie was a lesbian? How would you feel if your cousin was, if you knew that he had a boyfriend? Did you know that boys can have boyfriends? I, I don't think that you should. If you're a parent, I don't think that you should throw it in their face or try to corrupt their innocence. And I don't even know if that would necessarily do that. If they love you, if they're not fucking psychopaths and they don't have any fucking mental disorders, it really honestly shouldn't matter to them if you don't teach them that faggots and dykes are the devil. You should be able to fucking do what you want to do in front of your children as long as you don't brainwash them negative thoughts. As long as you make sure that you don't let them watch all kind of fucking fucked up ass TV and whatever the fuck. Like I said, there's about 4 more minutes left, and I don't know what the rest of his message is gonna be, but we'll try to stretch it out. I'll see what's up. Let's go.
You don't want your child coming into your room and seeing his or her mom laying in the bed with a grown-ass woman. You know, it's just how I feel. Kids do shit just because they see other people doing it.
That's true. I'm gonna pause that. Actually, I had an issue with this because when I was about, I'll give it maybe 5 or 6, I saw my mom in the bed with my cousin. And I was like, what the fuck? Are you gay? Is that your girlfriend? Your cousins? And she was like, and she acts like she's like slightly homophobic, but she's not really. I don't know what the fuck she has going on, but she said, look, no, that's not my girlfriend. Even if she was not my cousin and I was gay, it's okay, whatever the fuck. I'm not a dyke, whatever the fuck she said. But, you know, that happened.
Especially kids younger than 10. Stevie J's daughter, she's not even 10 years old. And her mom's choosing to have a sexual relationship with someone of the same sex.
Okay, so since I only have about 2 more minutes left, I'm going to respond to what I have interpreted as Brian Vlog's message at from beginning to 5 minutes and 21 seconds out of the 9 minutes that he actually recorded this video. What should be done, Brian Vlogs? Should you... I wrote an essay on this. I don't know if you know, but I write college essay. Video got cut off somehow. But what should be done? I wrote a paper on the relationship between suppressing sexual desires, specifically homosexuality, and mental health. And basically what my research said was that when you suppress specifically homosexual desires, that it causes mental health issues. Besides that, I mean, if you're a grown-ass man or woman, if you're an adult, do you really want to be walking around hiding shit from your kid? I mean, think about all the people. What you're saying in theory makes sense. Think about all the people that live in San Francisco, that were born and raised in San Francisco, in Atlanta, in Washington, D.C., in New York, in L.A., places that have high numbers of homosexual people. Are they homosexual because they grew up seeing gay shit their whole lives? Because they went, to Piedmont Park in Atlanta and they saw niggas and females kissing each other, men kissing men, women kissing women? Is that why they're gay? Because they copy what they see? Or are they gay because they copy what they saw because their parents, always told them this and this and this? Whatever the case may be, I mean, do you keep your kid in the house? Do you walk around and you ask lesbians and gay men not to kiss in front of your son and daughter? Do you go to the grocery store and ask the person in front of you to stop using so much profanity because your son's with you and you don't want them exposed to that? What do you think should be done? I mean, given this information, what do you think should be done? How do you feel about what I just said? How do you feel about this video?